Pawpaw Sammy here. My subscribers, y'all are familiar with when I redid my worm bin here a while back. Originally, this was a flow-through bin, but the sides was way up here. Way up here. I didn't care for it. It didn't work for me. It was just too much of a mess. So I lowered my sides down about, 10, 12 inches tall. Then I went ahead and lined the inside with black plastic. I did a video on this and showed everybody how I did it. Now, what I did now, and then I brought my sifter. It was stored, and you can see it's not bulky or it's not heavy. It just takes up space, and it was aggravating. So what I did was I set it up on top of the worm bin. Usually, I've got it sitting on these boards for show and tell. Usually, I have it tied up tight to get this above my head, so I don't hit it. Now, I put plastic down here to catch the castings as I do them. This works extremely well. Now, once I get it off the boards, which is a little tricky at times, but this is for show and tell only. Usually it's tied up there. Let it down. Get this out the way. Come the other end down here and drop it. All right. Now, once I get this rascal down, get it down low, I come back here. And on these ropes, it's extremely unstable. So what I do is, I bring it like this, set it on the frame, grab my old trusty C-clamps, right there. That keeps it from going that way, and she's stable as she can be. Now, and like I said, it is extremely efficient, and it just don't take any space like it used to. It works very well. If you got a small worm form like I do, it's hard to beat this as far as compact, space-wise, and usable. What I've got here, I've lowered it down. I've lowered the string. Underneath, I put visqueen down. And you notice I folded it, and I got working room on this side. Okay. And the reason being, as you turn your tumbler, I got to put it back in position. I'm just showing y'all now. When you turn your tumbler, it depends on which way you turn it. If I turn it this way, it throws the castings over here. Reverse the turn, it'll throw the castings over here. And right now I'm set up tight to this wall to catch the tight castings. Because when I run it, I'm gonna throw them all over here and harvest off this side. When I get through harvesting here, I will slide the tarp over and do the same thing. I'll make room over there where I can harvest my castings and catch them on this side, and they transfer to that sack. Now I'm going to set it up and show you how I work it. Now, hanging on a string, this thing would be inherited unstable. It'd be wobbling and wiggling every time you tried to turn it. So what I do is, I got enough slack in this string, I can set it down on the frame. And I put these C-clamps right here where it can't slide back and forth. And that way, when you start harvesting your castings, it's so simple. The heavy stuff falls out the other end. Your castings and eggs fall out on your tarpaulin or your tarp or plastic, whatever. And you just continue on doing your thing. And as it runs out, you come over here and you get you another scoop. And you go right back in there and dump it. Go again. Now here again, like I said, notice how I'm turning it clockwise. And I'm harvesting counterclockwise. Now if I reverse this rascal, it's going to start throwing it out over here. Back where you where you're at. Anyway, you got the idea. I go ahead and harvest it, then I'll pull this back, make it like a little funnel, and I open my sack up, and I dump from here, from right here, I just feed it into the sack. Very fast, very efficient, and I love it. If I had to do anything different, if you got room and you're raising your worms, I would actually take one bed and run it. Then I would come and slide this end over far enough where it would dump into another bin. And all the stuff that dumps out the end, the big stuff that's not ready, the heavy, thick stuff with the worms, would fall into the other bin. But, there's so many ways you could do it. But set up like this, when you use it, it's stable. You hang it back up out of the way, and the storage taken care of. You haven't got to lean against the wall and trip over it. Like and subscribe.